Hello everyone, it's DiFusionGaming here for another episode of TWD. Now in this episode I'm going to be talking about balancing stages in Geometry Dash, or balancing the difficulty in Geometry Dash stages. But yeah, there are so many times I see comments saying like, let's say I'll be on Geometry Dash and I'll look at comments on a stage. For my personal opinion, I think a stage is harder, but I'll see a lot of people saying it's Demon, I'll see some people saying it's just rated hard. So everyone always has a different opinion from whatever I think or whatever the stage creator thinks. And it's also the same for YouTube comments. There's been sometimes where I make a video on a GD stage, I'll rate it, whatever I think, and then there'll be some people, every once in a while I'll get a comment saying, oh no, that's not the rating. It's easier or it's more difficult. But yeah, those comments are pretty common, which that's probably one of the main reasons of what gave me this idea for the video. And also, there are also like whatever arguments or people trying to discuss like what the hardest demon is or what the hardest extreme demon is in the game. But yeah, there isn't really a hardest extreme demon. But I'll get into that a little more. Everyone is better at a different game mode. Because there is no hardest stage. Because people are better at different game modes and different types of gameplay, like whether you're good with like really tight jumps, like you're good at timing like that, or maybe you're better with memory. So you know what to tap or how much times to tap or hold down before you even see what's coming up. So everyone has a different, they're good at different things, so I don't think there really is a toughest stage in the game. Like I'm worse at the ship game mode, but I'm best with either the cube or UFO. I don't know, it's one of those. So if I'm like playing a stage that mainly focuses on ship gameplay, I'm probably gonna have a lot more of a harder time than people who are good at the ship. Where if other people are playing a stage that consists mostly of cube or UFO, then I'll most likely have a better chance on completing that than the other people who are struggling with it. That's probably why I suck so much at ship challenges, but I'm better at other ones. Like strafe fly challenges, I have a lot of trouble doing that, even the easier ones. I'll do it for a bit, but every once in a while I'll mistap and then I'll just get destroyed before I'm even halfway there. But yeah, so there will never be a balance in a Geometry Dash stage. There will never be a stage that everyone is equally good at. Well, I mean, there are blank stages and auto stages. Those are the most perfectly balanced stages because you don't do anything. But other than that, I don't think there'll ever be a stage that everyone is good at. So if two people are racing a stage to see who completes it first, there will always be one person who will have a slight advantage over the other because they're better at a certain game mode or something. But the main reason why I wanted to make this video is I thought of a new system that, I don't know, it'll be really complicated, but it might work. So basically in this new system I thought of, it's like difficulty adjusts based on how good you are at specific game modes. So when you start off in the game, there will be no difficulty ratings on anything. Because they will all have their own like background stats on determining whether it'll be an easy or difficult stage for you. Like maybe the first stage will be easy, but everything else will be unrated. Now how will it work? You would still be rating stages, but your rating will affect the stage differently from everyone else. So maybe the game can figure out what gameplay you're good at and what gameplay you're bad at. So when you rate a stage, it would apply that rating to the stage based on what you're good at it and what you're bad at in that stage. So people who are bad and good at the same thing will get a more accurate difficulty rating. So if you are really good at robot gameplay, and there's a stage that mostly consists of robot gameplay, when you rate that stage, if you give it an easy rating, then maybe people who are better at robot gameplay will get an easier rating on that stage, because if your personal gameplay stats show that you're better at robot than most other game modes, then people who also have a similar rating stat with the robots will have that stage become easier because it's mostly consisted of robots. And maybe can even detect what game modes people die at. So if you die a lot at one game mode, it can determine what parts are people more commonly die at. I mean, it makes it more impressive to beat demons, because when you beat a demon stage, it'll count towards the demon rating. But if you play a lot of stages that are just like insane or harder, those demon ratings might actually go down to an insane rating. So that would make beating demons a lot more impressive with this system. Hopefully I'm describing it clearly. I don't know, sometimes when I describe things it doesn't make any sense, but it makes a lot of sense in my head. But it doesn't just have to be demons, like maybe on your profile stats, it can show every difficulty. So easy, normal, hard, harder, insane, demon, have it all in there. Maybe every type of demon. They can all be shown as a stat and how many of them you've beaten. So it'll really... I don't know, I think that'd be cool. So when you start off the game, maybe unrated can even be one on there. So when you start off the game and you beat your first stage, the easy stage, you'll get 1 tick on the easy rating. And then once you beat Stereo Madness, all the other ratings will automatically fill in. And they'll constantly be changing as you're playing the game. So if you go from being Stereo Madness to beating like some kind of online demon, then you'll get a demon tick. Because when you beat Stereo Madness, there'll be a lot of stages that are probably like rated harder right now that will be considered demon for you because you're new to the game. So beating that demon will be super impressive. Because if you beat demons like at the beginning of the game, then you can get a lot more demon points. But I mean, of course, it could be people who just make new accounts, beat a ton of demons. Actually, no, that wouldn't work. I just thought of that. If you beat 1 demon when starting off the game, everything will automatically fill in and become easier. So yeah, this system can't fail. Except one thing. There is intentional dying. The big problem with this system is people will try to die intentionally to make the ratings of stages tougher, so they get more stars. So maybe someone will just die a lot in Stereo Madness or some other random stage a lot on a certain part to make it the higher stages, make it like a higher difficulty rating, but you know you can beat it. There would have to be a system to detect if someone's doing that. Like maybe if a stage is complete, or if you're in practice mode, or if you're not pressing anything, it won't count towards like determining what you're good and bad at. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this episode of TWD. Hope you enjoyed. Just some info. I might take a break from the series after episode 30. So 30 will be like... Episode 1 to 30 will be like a season. It'll be like a season type thing. So maybe every 30 episodes, I'll take a break. Mostly to think of a lot of ideas for the next 30 episodes. Because as time goes by, I'm starting to run out of ideas. Or at least more kind of creative ideas. I mean, I think of a lot of ideas, but I don't really have much to go off of. But yeah, for the question, what do you think of this difficulty rating system? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that's going to be it, so goodbye.